What's good? I'm Nomad the Native, and you are tuned into the Snippet, a comfortable spot where we let the art spark the conversation. I link with artists, and we take a deep dive into the emotions and context that drive our creativity. So, join us as we connect, collaborate, and converse here on the Snippet. We're live. We're live.
Yo, we are
Bet.
here.
All right. So, welcome. You are now watching episode 0 of the Snippet. It's a podcast, audio visual experience. I'm your boy Nomad the Native, and this is my homie, Magniff.
Would it be like or whatever?
What he be like or whatever. we here to talk continuously, repeatedly about the artistic experience. What is it? And like being a living artist. What is it like being a living artist? Having to balance all the different pressures of the pursuit with all of the different pressures of maintaining and staying afloat. You know what I mean?
From my standpoint, what we're really trying to do here is really create the avenues for conversations that are not necessarily being spoken about, viewed, and being able to create a platform where artists really come back to their genesis of the foundation to why they became an artist in the first place, and truly come back to what was the insecurity in why you became the artist in the first place.
What if it was insecurity? What if I wasn't insecure? What?
I mean, no, honestly, man, for me doing what I'm doing as a cinematographer and everything else that I do, I had to build a type of identity, a hero, to get outside the mental scope of what I thought my parents wanted me to be. And it's like 3 different phases. Is one thing. The first one was prove it to them. And then the second stage was prove it to my friends. And then once you get past that, you prove it to you. And I guess the snippet is those little micro windows and of opportunities that we can find that created our artistry in the first place.
I feel that. I like that. I like the idea of it being a glimpse into the more difficult, challenging, uncomfortable, authentic moments of being an artist, being a living artist. When you're dealing with those things, it's easy to feel like you're the only one. It's easy to feel isolated. And community is a big thing. So like, that's where I'm at with it. That's what I'm hoping that we can do with this, is to give people and give each other an increased sense of community around the struggles that we're going through as living artists.
Yeah, 100%. And figure out who did every artist, entrepreneur, creative, who did they have to sacrifice to become this person?
You talking about the Illuminati?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Is it a
Sacrifices?
Is it a spirit of you? It is a psychological you. Is it a physical you? I don't know. Like, to become a master at anything, you need to neglect a lot of things in your life. The habits and the consistencies and the disciplines of what I did to become this good don't work in tandem to how to build a good relationship. And that's that sacrifice that people are not talking about.
You sacrificed a different, like a relationship version of you.
Exactly.
In order to become the art version of you.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, no, that's real. All right, so where does it come from? Why do you do what you do? Why'd you start?
Why did I start? Again, it just basically the beginning of time. Once I figured out that awareness exists, I'd never felt adequate enough through my family, friends, group, whatever you want to call it. It just had to create something that other people could respect. And then through the respect that I'd earned, you guys might not agree this, I learned to respect myself that way. There's a funny thing about grouping. Everybody needs to, like back in the evolutionary times, you had to add something to the group that was respectful and that they can acknowledge you for.
Add value to the
Yeah.
community.
Now, here's a trick. Do something that you like, that you attach with, that people respect. That was the genesis in which I built myself upon. It was trying to find self-worth through others. And as I became better.
So why'd you pick up the camera though? Like you could have built self-worth up in a myriad of different ways. Why?
Everything evolves. So first I was dancing. So then I was singing.
I remember that.
Then I got in a group of singers, and I was like, these Bamas sing better than me. What do I do better than them? To add to the group.
Continue to add value to the community.
Exactly.
I feel that.
So I was the most disciplined. Every day there's a section, there's a window in which your body, your brain asks you to prove yourself to itself. And can you continuously show up to that calling?
I feel that. We constantly are creating ourselves.
Yes.
Constantly discovering ourselves and constantly creating ourselves. So what you do proves to yourself who you are. Your actions prove to yourself who you are.
Exactly.
And that helps solidify your identity.
100%.
So I feel that.
100%. When I see people keep lacking or slacking, treat yourself like somebody you care about.
That sounds like some life advice. I thought you said you ain't give advice. What you talking about?
I didn't give advice. I just say stuff that I've used on myself that has worked. Words matter, and now I'm just basically articulating it.
Word. I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at that. So like, I started doing what I do to cope. You know what I mean? When I was like a teenager, having a difficult time managing my emotions, feeling what I'm feeling, you know what I mean? And having even like really like some suicidal ideation, feeling isolated and not knowing how to process where I was at in life, where I was at in my mind. I found myself connecting with friends who did music and saw my enjoyment with music. It was really just something that I enjoyed. Like I like listening to it. I like hip hop. I love, and then like, you know, you 15 years old and at the lunch table at school and somebody banging on the table and people are freestyling, and just like homies that did music was like, hey, you got bars, bro. Come on, like come with us to the studio. In the studio being somebody's bedroom, like be the closet in somebody's bedroom, and having that turn into an outlet that grew for me, and feeling the space to express myself and to feel seen, almost as though I was justifying why I existed. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I still struggle with that. I still work in that realm. I've drifted away from my origin of like wanting to express myself into other things, trying to impress people, trying to fervently make it a career. Like I need to make money off of it, as opposed to I would like to make money, but that's not the origin. The origin is expressing myself and being able to continuously see myself and affirm where my mind's at, affirm where I want to go, affirm where I have been. And I think that is valid. Whatever, if you're watching this, whatever your origin is, I hope you stay in touch with that origin when everything else falls apart. At least for me, it's so helpful. It keeps me grounded to an extent.
Artists need to really take time and define who they are as an artist and who they actually are as just a day-to-day human. And trying to figure out how to make these two people collide and align in one sector is something I am truly working on. I think I'm getting closer to it, because the identity of Carl and Magniff, sometimes you can say, oh, are they two different people? I'm like, no, they're not two different people. Like, Magniff exists because that's what Carl needed at that time.
Like
and
like
then
a superhero.
like, you know what I'm saying? Again, I told you, everybody got their own hero, but ultimately, we're doing this to really start a conversation, a vulnerable conversation, where I feel like a lot of us lose sight of where we started to begin with.
I'm with you. I'm with you, dog. So like, I don't got nothing to drink, but cheers.
Sir,
Let's keep
to a
doing more
great
of these.
beginning.
Yeah. Hey, yo. Hey, son. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if so, then comment, like, subscribe, follow, disagree, whatever. I mean, this is a show by the artist for the artist. So, if you want to be featured, just hit us. There ain't nothing but an email or a DM away. Until next time. Peace.